Veda's decisive invention. Veda sat at her desk, surrounded by piles of paper. Her room was disorganized, mirroring her thoughts. She had to study for many school subjects, but she couldn't focus. Her marks in maths and arithmetic were low, and the fundamental rules of chemistry seemed to confuse her. She felt dissatisfied with her current education. Her friend Silas knocked on the door. "Still studying?" he asked. Silas had a positive attitude toward school. He loved physical education and never complained about religious education. "The choice of what to study is hard," Silas said. "But these compulsory classes help educate us for the future." Veda picked up her latest school report. "Look at this confusion of grades," she sighed. "I'm curious about the world, but I hate exams. I want to discover something new, not just memorize facts about biology or physics." She looked at a flowery notebook on her desk. She wanted to be an author and write a famous novel. "Why don't you invent something?" Silas suggested. "You have a great imagination. You could create a new material or a better design for a bulletproof vest." Veda laughed. "I'm not into information technology or engineering, Silas. I like psychology and how people's behavior changes." They walked downstairs. The house was busy, but Veda stopped to think. Life was full of practical problems. She looked at a disposable cup on the counter. Every object was once an invention, she realized. Even a complex cash machine or a simple hammer started as a small idea. A hairdryer or even baby nappies required someone to think differently. "That's it," Veda shouted. "The starting point for my future isn't a grade, it's a project." She decided to create a board game that combined all her favorite parts of science and geography. She would call it The Path of the President. Players would have to make a decisive decision to win. They went to the garage to find a base for the game. Veda found a large piece of wood. "We need a cool logo," Silas said. He started sketching on a piece of paper. Veda worked on the design of the board, making it colorful and engaging. She used a hammer to smooth the corners of the wood. As they worked, the confusion Veda felt about school began to fade. She realized that she could use her arithmetic skills to calculate points and her knowledge of biology to create challenges about nature. The flowery patterns she liked became the borders of the game cards. She was finally using her education for something she loved. "In this game, if you elect a leader, you have to understand their psychology," Veda explained. Silas was impressed. "This is better than any novel," he said. They spent hours testing the game. They had to focus to make sure the rules weren't too disorganized. The next day, Veda felt different. She wasn't dissatisfied anymore. She knew that even if some subjects were hard, they were all part of her journey. She had made a decisive choice to be a creator. With her new attitude, she was ready to face her next school report with confidence.